Hi there again. Good overcast day, perfect day for the hike. Out on a little bit of a bigger road, so there was a bit of noise. We also got a little bit of wind today, but I do hope the video is clear enough for you to hear what I'm talking about, because I need help. I really need help. And that is with information about Liposomal Vitamin C versus IV Vitamin C. Because I've been trying to figure out what the difference is. And I'm not talking about the differences in how they work or how to make it. I do make Liposomal Vitamin C myself, so I'm fully aware of the process and what the phospholipids does and all that. But let's just have that car pass first. My problem is that when I want to know what the difference in the cellular bioavailability is between Liposomal Vitamin C and IV Vitamin C, I'm always being preached the same preach, and that is that IV Vitamin C has 100% bioavailability in the bloodstream, and it's instantly. Duh. Of course it is, because you're injecting it in the veins. So that's not the question, because obviously if you're doing Liposomal Vitamin C, which is an oral thing, you will never have neither 100% saturation in your veins, nor will you have it instantly. So that's not my question. The vitamin C does nothing in the veins. What I need to know is, what is the cellular bioavailability of those two? So that is my question. The reason why I'm asking this question is because since I have started it, I wanted to make sure I'm doing the right dose. And right now I can't dose based on facts. I can base on intuition or anecdotes. That's it. And I'm not finding that particularly satisfactory. But since science seems to agree that the doses of IV is about 75 grams. You can see that from people telling that they're doing it. Then, if I can get information about cellular bioavailability of those two, I have a much better chance of calculating myself what it is. But I've been trying to make the search where I ask Google to compare the cellular bioavailability of vitamin C, Liposomal Vitamin C and IV Vitamin C. And I just constantly fed the same thing, that IV Vitamin C is far superior because it is 100% bioavailability and it's instant. But I'm saying that's not my question. So I started using GPT, and finally seems to get some answers. But that was only when I changed the question to be a matter of how much does 75,000 milligram IV vitamin C equates to in Liposomal Vitamin C. Then I got a bit of an explanation, and the conclusion was from BGP, whatever, that 5 to 10 grams of Liposomal Vitamin C could reach the same plasma saturation, as they call it, as 75,000 milligram IV. I still don't know how they calculate that. But it's important for me, because it is true that, and as everybody also are selling it at, that there is 100% bioavailability with IV, and that is far superior. But let's just say for a second that we're giving ourselves 100 grams of vitamin C IV, and the bioavailability is 100% in the bloodstream. But the numbers I hear is that the bioavailability is only 20% in the cells from the IV, because the IV is a water soluble and it just has a hard time entering the cells. So that's 20% out of 100, that is 20 grams. Let's then take a look at the liposomal vitamin C. Let's say that there's only about 50% that escapes from the digestive tract into the bloodstream because we're taking it orally. So 50% of 100, that's 50 grams. But there I hear that the bioavailability is 90%. And if that number is correct, and those are the numbers I'm trying to get verified, then we're talking 45 grams of liposomal vitamin C that enters the cells. That means that if somebody comes up and asks which is better, IV or liposomal, well, if you don't look at cellular bioavailability but just look at the bloodstream, there's no comparison. One is 100% bioavailability, the other one, just the example I gave, only 50%. But the result is much better with liposomal if the rest of the numbers is true too. Now, I didn't invent these numbers just to make a good math out of it to prove a point. These are the numbers I have seen, and I've seen them independently from various sources, but I have still to find the science behind it. I still have to find the studies behind it. But I have to say, in these day and age, I do tend to think that if I can find the same constant, not particularly good answer that bioavailability is 100% in the bloodstream, totally neglecting to realize that I'm asking for the cellular level, when that seems to be the consensus all the way around, I'm suspecting it's because if that is the right question, and you will figure out if you are doing the math that liposomal is better. But as I say to everybody everywhere else, I'm not here to prove something wrong and right. I'm here to figure out what is right. There's nothing gained for me to be stubborn and say, oh, I think liposomal is the best one, and so no matter what is right, I'll just hold on to it, because at the end of the day, I need it to solve a problem for me. I don't need to be right and then doing things wrong. It's a genuine question. Anybody out there who knows what the comparison is between IV vitamin C and liposomal vitamin C in terms of cell bioavailability? That's what I want to know. And the numbers I have, as I said, is that there is a 20% uptake from IV because it's water soluble, and there's a 90% uptake from the liposomal. But obviously I don't have any numbers as to how much is actually going through the intestine line and right straight to the cells, and how that works. I don't know that for the liposomal, but I just know that you can have a very, very bad picture of liposomal and still have a result that goes much better than IV. Not just for the numbers in terms of observation or uptake, but also because I can dose myself through the whole day, and I can do that 7 days a week, and I can do that at a fraction of the cost that a IV would cost, which is so much more invasive, both in terms of time and body and needle and all that. So anyway, it's just an important question for me to find the answer to. So if you could help me, it'd be much appreciated. Until next time, stay happy and healthy.